Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm assuming that you're new here because this is my first video, but this is basically going to be an introduction to piano, a beginner's guide, if you will. It's for the people who have just started to play music, who have never played an instrument before, and just frankly don't know where to begin. I'm not going to be doing a usual approach. I'm going to be telling you the kinds of things that I would want to know if I were just starting. The things that I find most important for people pursuing all kinds of music, not just classical, but also rock or soundtracks or however you want to play piano going forward. These are the fundamentals that'll set you up for progressing in any style and any type. With that said, let's get started. Okay, let's start off with a scale. And let's start off by identifying notes on a keyboard. As I said, this is for the very beginners, people who have never even started playing piano before. This is an absolute introduction to the field holistically. First, we want to be able to identify C. And this is because middle C is used as the standard for the entire piano, the entire set of keys. So being able to identify middle C will give you the ability to understand where to put your hands when you are looking at a piece, an octave, looking at any sheet music. So this right here is middle C. Often I see people labeling their keys from C to C in both the left hand and the right hand, but quite honestly, I don't think this is a very good strategy, just because if you can't identify it by visual, it's going to be very tough for you to grow and learn things faster because you're going to be dependent on those labels. So, unlike most tutorials, I would suggest you don't label and you just get used to being able to identify it just by sight. What helps me is looking at this group of black keys, the 2, and the group of 3, and if you can identify 5 of them together, that is basically an octave. Just being able to look at the C in relation to this black key right here. So let's just look at the octave from middle C to the C above. This is an octave of C. What we're going to do now is we're going to try and learn the scale. So the scale is basically going from C to C and playing all notes in between, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We can also see that people who sing or who are familiar with singing classically could identify this as well, especially well known through the songs sung in The Sound of Music, Do. So now that we've covered the notes in between C to C, we know what an octave is and we know what it looks like, and we know how to identify a scale or an octave. Now we need to be able to practice the scale, but now with 2 hands. When you are playing a scale, there is actually a structure that you usually follow. There are exceptions, of course, but usually you follow this pattern of your hands. With your right hand, for example, your thumb is the first finger, your index is the second, your middle is the third, your ring is the fourth, and your pinky is the fifth. So in sheet music, people will label what notes you're supposed to play with which finger by those numbers. In a basic scale such as C, you do C, D, E with your first, second, and third fingers. Then you tuck your thumb underneath your third finger on E, and then you play F, G, A, B, C with the remaining 5. What this looks like smoothly is okay. Now, the left hand has its own standard pattern of fingering. For the C scale, it is pretty much easy to think of as the opposite as the right hand, where the right hand goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The left hand goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. If you play them together, it will sound like. Okay. Now the next step in fully learning a scale from octave to octave is to play it with both hands up and down. What this means is you play C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and without stopping, you play B, A, G, F, E, D, C. This is how you play a full octave, a full scale, the C scale, which is the most standard and basic scale. From here, you can use this knowledge to apply it to other scales, increase the amount of octaves you play, then apply it to actual study. Now, in all honesty, all of this stuff is very important to learn if you plan on pursuing music and classical piano specifically for quite some time. However, if you're just trying to learn the very basics so you can start playing some of the pieces that you know from movies or soundtracks, and you just want to play casually, the most important thing to learn is the scales and the fingering, because this is what you'll be needing to know when you are looking at sheet music for whatever you want to learn. That being said, I think that you should pause it before important parts and try to understand and practice the parts, such as going over the right hand, left hand of the scales, and then being able to do it together. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, or you alone. This is my first video and it probably doesn't flow very well and the quality isn't that great, but I plan to make it better, learn from my videos as I go along. This is for my school project, but I am actually taking this quite seriously. I like to do this and it's been a lot of fun, so watch the rest of my videos if you found this one helpful. Subscribe, like it if you want. That being said, I'm going to cover a little bit more than this. I won't be going to teach where things like more advanced techniques where you're going to need an actual, like that way I could replace actual lessons, because I don't think that's very helpful. I think this is something that you should use if you plan to strictly just play casually. If you do plan to go on to classical and you use this as a start, absolutely, you can continue watching, but if not, I hope you found it instructional in some way. Thank you. Take care.